from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What is the goddamn deal? It is your boy, Mr. Marley Bet, and this is Brothas N Bets, and this is the MLB show. And when I'm talking MLB, y'all already know I got the homie Moose Money. Moose, what's the deal?
Man, just trying to figure some shit out. Just on the level, you know. I'm not going to sit back and try to spin something that's just not factual. It's not an actual factual, as Marley would like to say. But today's a new day. I'm all about getting better. And if I'm above the right side of the grass, it's another chance to do that.
And, of course, my southern brother in crime. Back up a little bit, man. The light. So we can get, man. We can see who you is. So we can see who you is, man. Mr. Official, my brother, man. Grind Game Elite Sports, Mr. Overton Span. Oh, what's the deal, my brother? What's going on?
What's good, man? Grind is the game as always, man. We just another day, another dollar, man. Y'all know what it is. So, you know, off to a good show. You know, so happy I tapped in, and you know, we got some locks and we ready to win, man. So y'all get y'all pins and passes. I'll share the live. Let's get it going, man. Appreciate for having me, Marlon.
Yes, sir. I need to share my own goddamn live. I don't know if I ever told you this, dog, but I like that grind is the game. How you know grind game elite sports and be like grind is the game. I fuck with
you. You fuck with that, bro?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't know if I ever told you that, but I fucks with that.
Okay, yeah, it only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It only makes sense. You feel me? Grind is the game every day. No matter what you're doing, grind is the game. You feel me?
Yeah, I like it.
Game sports. Hey, we got the apparel too, man. Make sure y'all go check out the apparel, man. I should have my website. I'm gonna throw it back up just because of the apparel, but it's Grind Game Elite, grindgameelite.com. I'm gonna have it back up within a week. I gotta get it back up. You know,
yes, sir. All right, real quick before we jump into today's action, man, I'm sleeping. Let me before things even get all the way going. I never add that at the bottom right there, just in case boys feeling right. We did some justice. I don't know about yesterday. It was kind of gay for me and Moose. I went 4-3 overall, and I didn't get to say this at the end of the show. What happened? How we end the show yesterday? Oh, we just started talking about random shit at the end of the show.
Yeah, well, we were trying to get out for the daily sesh too because we wanted to get in and help support them, help support our boy Cab and Dutch.
Right. And so what I ended up doing was I meant to talk about I gave out so many fucking plays that day, and I was just like, man, this is a lot of plays, and I should have probably took some of them back, but you know, 4-3 will take it. You know, Moose went 4-7. Like I said, so day for both of us. My eyes, I'm disappointed in myself, but we'll still take it. Overall, we're looking at 39-22 for myself. Cab is at 3-4. Moose is at 31-32-2. And Grind Game, like I'm always preference by saying this for first. Let me preference Moose by saying this for the most part, other than like yesterday and then that first week. Moose been money. He just had a bad start, and then yesterday was so. Grind Game, 2 or 3 shows and he was fired, and we just wasn't counting the record. You know what I'm saying? Then he went 3-0, and then the last show we went 1-3. We both had a bad day that day. So that's where the record stand. I just always like to give a little clarity on how we got to where we at, just in case people may be seeing this for the first time or whatever. Now that that's out the way, let's get to work, fellas. First game we have on the docket, I'm not even all the way set up real quick, is I think I told the fellas we're gonna do the
Mets
and Braves, right? Ain't that what I said?
Yep.
All right, we get to it. Mets and the Braves. All right, we got the Mets. They're in Atlanta taking on the Braves. The run line for the Mets plus 1.5 is at minus 125. The money line is at plus 187. For the Braves, run line minus 1.5 is at plus 105. Money line is at 205, and we're looking at a total of 8.5. On the mound today, got a good one. David Peterson, 5-1, 3.48 ERA. Spencer Strider, 4-1, 2.88 ERA. Couple of little actual factuals really quick before I let Moose take it away. Mets, 6-3 straight up in their last 9 games. 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games on the road, but 2-4 straight up in the last 6 games went on the road in Atlanta. Totals under 4 out of the last 6 games against an opponent from the National League East. Atlanta, 6-2 straight up in their last 8 games, 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games. They're playing at home against the Mets. Their totals under 9 of the last 10 games, under 10 out of the last 11 games at home, under 9 of the last 11 games when playing against an opponent that represents the National League. They're 9-2 straight up in their last 11 games against an opponent from the National League East. Moose, let me know something. I know you got something on it. Just let me know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a good game. I know that the Braves were a public pick yesterday going up against Mad Max, which that was kind of surprising to me. I mean, it's Max Scherzer. The dude just shows up every single game. Every game that dude shows up. So it was a little surprising to see how much love went to the Braves yesterday. But, man, the love is right back on the Braves today, and I'm right with it. I'm on the Braves today. I took them full game on the money line. I also took them on the run line as well. I do think that it's going to be a money line, run line victory for the Braves. The Braves versus lefties right now. 261 average, 453 slugging, 771 OPS the last few weeks. The Mets versus right-handed pitching, kind of the opposite, 233 average, 390 slug, and a 687 OPS. David Peterson has been trending the wrong direction. Spencer Strider has been trending the correct direction. Overall, you look at their numbers, I'll take Strider over Peterson. It's just kind of one of those things that all those correlations line up. I'm having the better offense. I got the better pitcher. I got the better bullpen. I'm on it. I'm not taking first 5 because one of the things that Peterson will do is he will string together shutdown innings. And I could see him easily starting off really hot, shutting down the Braves offense, maybe the first 3, maybe first 4 innings. And then the Braves offense after the 3rd time around is able to get to him and the game blows itself open. So I'm looking at the Braves full game money line, run line.
You're not Braves full game money line.
Yeah, I'm on both of them. I'm on the money line and the run line here on the Braves.
Okay. You're not that 205 doesn't bother you?
I got it last night when it was minus 159.
Oh shit. Okay. Nice. Okay. Because I'm looking at the fucking 205 and I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I got money line at minus 159 and the run line at plus 135.
All right. Oh, that's great. I'm going to assume, though, you don't recommend the 200 right now.
I mean, it's different. It'd be putting into a parlay, doing something that way. I would not hate that. But it's the beauty of getting in line the night before and you beat line movement. But there's a counter to it, which means that you kind of go against where all that money is going and you play the opposite side. But I'm not going to be that guy on this show. I'm not going to be the guy that has 2 different picks going 2 different ways. I am on the Braves money line, run line. But if it's too juiced for the show purposes, then I'll just kind of pass on that because I like what I got better than what's available now.
Okay. All right. You got anything on this one?
I really don't, man. But I do like the nerfy in this game. If you ask me, I like the nerfy in this game. So I feel like it's the only peak value I see in this game. You know what I mean? That I would look towards in this typical matchup because it could kind of go either way if you ask me. You know, the Braves are the better team, and I think the Braves should pull this off.
Right.
But I'll go with the Nerfy and get it out the way. That's what I'll do. I'll go with the Nerfy.
Okay.
No go first inning.
Moose, what do you think about an underplay here?
Oh, I don't hate it, but it's it'd be Peterson having to shut down the Atlanta bats, and the Atlanta bats have hit lefties, and they've hit them pretty well. The Braves bullpen, or not the Braves bullpen, the Mets bullpen. The last month or so, 3.48 ERA, 78% strand rate. So it's not a bad bullpen there, and I wouldn't hate an under there. The Mets are definitely playing to an under, at least offensively, and I just feel more comfortable with the Braves because I could see the Braves putting up 10. I could see the Braves covering this total completely on their own. Would not be surprised of a lopsided victory here. It just has one of those feels to it, especially after last night, how everybody was on the Braves and the Mets came away with it. The worry is that there's the overcorrection from the betting market, that everybody's going to be on the Braves, and it does exactly what happened here, and it just drives the value out of that pick. So unless you got it last night, you may as well just kind of pass on the game because it's not worth a minus 200. There's no game I'd ever put a minus 200 on.
Do you agree with that this game could go either way with Strider and Peterson on the mound?
Obviously not, because I picked the Braves. So,
okay, so what I was leading to. Okay, I take that back because you're obviously right. What I was going to eventually lead to with that question was, I will obviously not pick the Braves. But damn, this kind of fucked up. I'm gonna ask you anyway though. So, from a value standpoint, is the Braves the Mets money line? Is that a good play? I'm not saying whether you recommend it.
What'd you say? And what's the money line right now? Did you say it was minus 200?
The Mets run line, because it's plus
Mets run line
minus 125. That's not a bad value for a run and a half. But obviously, you don't think that's going to play because you took the run line last night.
No, like I said, I could see a lopsided victory here. So I don't really think that the run line would be worth it. But if you're looking at it from an under perspective and you're looking at it from the perspective that Peterson's going to have a good game, then absolutely the run line is totally worth a look at this point with how much love has gone towards the Braves. So it's one of those classic kind of contrarian plays. If everybody's going to the Braves, you take the best line and value that's being given to the other side and you play that. I mean, I've heard Big Ragu talk about that so many times in football, how just the line shifts so much to one way. You just take the points on the other end, and all of a sudden you have that easy casher because it was just too much. And it's certainly be in play here.
Right. Excuse me. All right. Well, with that being said, I'm going to pass. I was leaning under. Wanted to make an underplay.
Take that no scope first inning, man.
I like that.
Sprinkle something on it.
I like that. Murphy. Is that it? I thought so. Oh, is that a official play for you here on the show? Am I putting that on your record, or is that
hey, you can put that on my record. Yeah, I believe.
Don't let me force you to add anything for show purposes.
You can put that on my record. I'm confident that I feel like it's going to be a no score first inning. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you can put that on my record, yeah, for sure.
Mix Murphy. All right. Let's keep it going. All right. I think we're good here. Just guessing. All right. So the next game we have on today's docket is, I know I picked it over here, but I'm on my other screen. Give me a second. I'm trying to find it, man. This who's calling. Oh, I gotta call you back. Doing the show. People be picking the wrong time. That's crazy. We got the Mariners taking on the Nationals. Now, the Mariners run line, goddamn. Mariners run line minus 1.5 is at plus 150. The money line is at minus 107. Nationals run line plus 1.5 is at minus 170. The money line is at minus 103. We're looking at a total of 9 on the mound, we got Mr. Chris Flexen, 5-8. Man, he pitches good against the Astros, but this doesn't show. 5-8, 4.0 ERA, and Mr. Josiah Gray for the Nationals, 7-5 with a 4.14 ERA. A couple extra factors really fast. Seattle, 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games. 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games on the road. But 1-8 straight up in the last 9 games on the road when playing against Washington. And 2-13 straight up in the last 15 games when playing against Washington. Totals have gone over in 14 of the last 17 games against an opponent from the NL. Also over in 5 of the last 7 games against an opponent from the NL East Division. And over in 4 of their last 5 games. The Nationals, 1-10 straight up in their last 11 games. 0-5 straight up in the last 5 games at home. But 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games when playing at home against Seattle. I wonder what the dates on those games are. Tola's gone under in 4 of their last 5 games. Under in 13 of the last 20 games against Seattle. Under in 4 of the last 6 games against an opponent from the American League. And under in 5 of the last 7 games played in the month of July. Moose, Mariners, Nationals. Anything going on this one?
I do. I mean, there's 2 things right away I kind of get out. First, I did a really big deep dive on this. So there's something I think that might be kind of worth a discussion, or at least some inquiries here afterwards. Also, found out on Jimmy's show. So shout out Jimmy the Bag in his morning show with Pete Loshak, that there's a little bit of a betting trend that you use, which is if a team has a winning streak of over 7 games and they change cities, it's a bet against situation. And that means you'd be betting on the Nationals here. But I am on the Mariners. And the big reason I'm on the Mariners.
Who said this, Pete or Jimmy?
Jimmy. And it's just like one of those things that developed in the chat in the community that you bet against winning streaks of 7 or more when they change cities. And that's what the Mariners are doing here. But when I was doing my deep dive on Flexen, one of the things that I kind of noticed, and this is because I saw him live, was that when he starts using his 4-seam cutter combination, it makes his other pitches extremely potent. His slider has a 125 batting average against and an expected batting average of 131. His cutter about a month ago had about a 300 batting average against, and it has gone down to 257. He has been able to use his cutter way more effectively. And as a pitcher, if you have a cutter fastball combination with some really good off speed, you are a very difficult pitcher to hit, especially if you throw those pitches for strikes. And Flexen really hasn't been walking too many batters in his most recent starts. He's been around the plate, and that's something that he's been pretty consistent with throughout his entire season. Averaging about 2 walks maybe a game, which is not that bad for a starting pitcher. So I'm on Seattle full game, money line and run line. But I also do like Josiah Gray here, so I took the first 5 under 5 as well.
Yeah, I like that under. Both these teams normally play toward the under, but making no noise. Am I tripping? I'm the only one hearing that?
What's that?
I feel like I hear something in the background.
Oh, yeah, I definitely hear something in the background a little bit.
I thought it was like a commercial on one of my apps. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm with you with that under. But I don't know about that trend. Yeah, I'm kind of with Dave.
Well, I mean, I'm going against it. So regardless of what's going on there.
Trend, I don't want to call nobody's that. That's not my thing.
It makes sense a little bit.
I definitely respect Jimmy for sure. Much respect.
I mean, I definitely get it because it is tough to sustain a win streak when you travel. Like just traveling with a win streak is tough because you have to get reacclimated to a whole new environment. I mean, I've seen it as a high school coach, college coach, just traveling in general and trying to win repeatedly when you're, especially if you've already won, you can get a little complacent. Like you're just like, whatever, just wash it off. But I am on the Mariners full game here. So I do like them. I do like Flexen to pitch well today, but I also like Gray to pitch well as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I say all the time, before I let O jump in here, I'm a trend fucking better, and I do not bet on trends or streaks to stop. I ride the wave until it stops. I don't bet that hoe to stop, and I'm damn sure not betting that hoe on no fucking Nationals. I'd rather just stay away if that's the case than bet the Nationals. I'm on the Mariners. I feel you. But they're on what 7-8 game win streak right now. I don't care if they're changing cities. I don't care if they were changing countries. God damn it, I'm on the Mariners. They can change jerseys for all I care. As long as that whole say Seattle and Mariners across that whole, and it's the same dudes. That's
right.
Put me on that. I'm not the Nationals, but I'm on like a 7-game losing streak. I would say good luck to everybody that's out there, but that would be a lie. Don't mean it because I'm on the Mariners. So hey, the best man win. I'll say that. Because I really hope y'all guys lose. That's just being honest. I hope you guys lose. Because
you know what happens is this seems to be kind of the time of the year where some of these younger teams with good talent, they kind of just relax and start playing ball. And you kind of start, I mean, Julio Rodriguez has been, fuck, dude, that guy has been unbelievably good. Like they're comparing him to fucking Griffey. Like they're, and like the numbers somewhat compare, which is crazy.
Griffey. Huh.
In terms of like their first like 60 games or something like that, yeah, they do have some similar numbers. I mean, I'm still going to take Griffey any day of the week. That guy was like my favorite player growing up. Him and Tony Gwynn were like my two favorites. And Caminetti. I love Caminetti.
Hat backwards in baseball. What's up? Oh, you got anything on this?
I do. I got a 4-unit max lock for this for my VIP play.
I bet it's not on the
I was just gonna say tap in with me to get the play.
You can, bro.
But since the team I'll do it for another one. Since the team I like the favorite that all you guys like as well, the Mariners, you know what I mean? That's what I'm giving out tonight. The Mariners on a 4-unit lock money line, the Mariners tonight. That's who I'm taking as well, man. Also, I just gave out. They got the Champions League going on right now. All my soccer guys, if y'all into any soccer out there, they have the Champions League going on right now as well. And man, we're cashing in big as we speak as the show goes on. We bet it on the Malmo versus the Viking game over 2.5. It cashed in the first half. You know what I'm saying? So. We're getting money in all sports as well, man. But yeah, I'm taking the game tonight.
And there is and I do have a K prop from this game as well. So when we get to the prop it up section or whatever the fuck it's called, I don't know.
What was that first 5 under 4? 3.5?
5.
Oh shit.
5. And I got that last night at under 5 minus 110.
Okay.
So Nationals Park is generally played to the under. I mean, Ballpark Pal does have it increased for home runs, 11%, 8% runs, but I really don't care about that today. I think Gray is going to have a really good game. Teaser for the K-prop, and I think Flexen has just been pitching better and has become a better pitcher, and he's going to be a guy that I'm going to want to try to hop on unless he starts having regression in that cutter fastball combo, which could happen. I'm going to start trying to bet on him more going forward.
Well, all he has to do is they should tell him every time he pitches that he's pitching against the Astros because he seems to pitch well.
Oh, he shut down the Padres too, bro. He shut us down. Yeah, you look at his last few starts. Padres 6 2/3, 4 hits, no runs. Against the Orioles, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. Against the Angels, 5 innings, 3 runs, 5 1/3, 2 runs. I mean, he's just been very efficient since he's kind of figured out this whole fastball cutter combination here.
I feel like every time we see him, he damn near shuts us down. I don't know why. It just feels that way. Feels that way. All right, let's keep it going here. Speaking of, no, I'm not gonna jump there yet. Let's jump here. Let's jump here. I like this game. Good luck to the well, no, not good luck, but hope you guys lose to everybody that's on there. Other side. I don't get to say that. Most of the time I'm bigging up everybody and I want everybody, but we're going against each other. So,
Oh, you got your pack behind you here. You got your boys behind you.
Yeah, all you Nationals backers, guys gonna suck it. Suck it tonight.
Y'all gonna get on your knees.
Gotta suck it tonight, guys. All right, man. Let me quit
And the Mariners gonna win tonight. Watch. They gonna
put around, man. I fuck around and jinx it. All right, we got the A's and the Rangers bringing it back to Texas. A's run line +1.5, -140. The money line for the A's is +146. Rangers run line -1.5 is +120. The money line for the Rangers at -156 with a total of 8.5 is what we're looking at on the mound. Caprillion. I think it's
Caprillion.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. James, that is James Caprillion. 1-5, 5.06. And we got my boy Glenn Otto, 4-5 with a 5.26 ERA for the Rangers. Really quick couple actual factuals. The A's 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games, 2-8 straight up in the last 10 games against the Rangers, 1-7 straight up in the last 8 games on the road, and 2-12 straight up in the last 14 games against an opponent from the American League West Division. Their totals have gone over in 5 of the last 6 games when playing against Texas on the road in Texas, but under in 8 of their last 9 games, under in 10 of the last 12 games against the American League. The Rangers 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games when playing as the favorite, 6-14 straight up in the last 20 games played this month, and their totals all overs. Over in 5 of the last 6 games when playing at home against Oakland, over in 5 of the last 5 games at home, over in 4 of the last 5 games against Oakland, and over in 6 of their last 7 games.
Yeah.
Go ahead, O.
Nah, I was just saying, yeah. I like how you was breaking that down.
Yeah.
So I'm on a couple things here. I normally let Moose give his breakdown. I want to go first because I'm not going to give a breakdown, but I'm going to give my plays, and I just want
to take the cake. Take the cake.
What Moose says, and if he agrees. Obviously, I'm a trend better. Hold on, we got some comments from the homie Dave.
What up, Dave?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm on there too. Team total over 4.5. I'm also on the Rangers money line. I haven't jumped on a full game over, but only because I'm kind of worried about the A's bats a little bit. It's kind of scaring me off, but all the numbers suggest an over, so I want to go over. I'm really thinking about, so my last 2 questions is this, Moose. I'm already on team total over, and I'm on the Rangers money line. I want to get on the Rangers run line and get that plus money, and I want to take the full game over. Those are my 2 questions. Am I too concerned, or should I be concerned about the A's bats? But they got Otto going up. He gives up at least 5 a game right now. So
Otto and Otto fade. So
that part.
But I am on the A's first 5.
Ooh, I don't care who wins the game. Not the first 5.
I kind of think Caprillion is starting to kind of. First off, I thought I might have been like the only person on this based off of how the Rangers have been hitting, but because Caprillion is kind of low key a guy that. What's up?
I say because the bats for the Rangers have been fucking hot.
Exactly. But I'm not sure if anybody is aware that if you look at Caprillion's metrics, or at least his kind of deep dive.
I'm not aware.
Yeah, right. Well, I haven't said anything.
But I just when you say deep dive, it's a baseball. Like, I'm not aware.
Yeah. Teams are hitting 278 off of his fastball. That's low. That's below league average. Teams are hitting 154 off of his slider, 167 off of his curveball. And the only pitches that teams are hitting are his changeup and his sinker, but only throws those pitches 9% of the time and 6% of the time. So he's barely throwing those. And the issue with Caprillion is the fact that he walks way too many guys. The Rangers are not a team that take walks. Only Corey Seager has a walk percentage of around 10, and it's still under 10. So they do not take walks. That is a bad recipe or a bad combination in terms of if you think there's going to be a lot of success for the Rangers offensively versus Caprillion, who when you're swinging and you're getting induced contact, he's been very good in that regard. So I'm on the A's first 5. I took the run line and I sprinkled a little bit on that money line first 5.
What do you want me to put for the official?
Oakland A's run line first 5 because that's still plus money.
One line plus a half point.
Yeah, and I think it's still plus 105, plus 100. And shout out to Hunter Engelhart, who's also on the A's first 5 with me. So I thought I might have been alone on this, but he's also kind of seeing the same thing with Caprillion. And that's a dude that if he's seeing it this way, I would definitely think that there might be something to this because I'm seeing kind of the same thing.
Oh, you got anything?
Nah, not really, bro. I'll pass on this one. If anything, I'll tell towards that over that trending over this. It's been jumping off, but other than that, I ain't getting nothing out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the over. Over 8.5. I'm gonna take.
I feel like they're safe.
I already jumped on the team total over 4.5. I took the money line as well, and I still finna take the run line. I just feel like the A's suck to me.
They're better on the road. They are a bet on team on the road for what it's worth.
Maybe I'll stay off the run line, but I'm on the money line and I'm on the over. And I'm on the team total over.
And the dome is closed, so that makes it quite a bit more difficult to get runs in Texas. But it was closed yesterday too, and there were plenty of runs.
It was because it's hot. Fuck that. Them California niggas can't take this humidity. Let them burn up. They tripping. Maybe I'm a football player. Like we do shit like that. Like, oh, okay. You got some California kids that's used to that 70 degrees and that beach and that breeze, and they used to living in that. That 107 with humidity, and it really feel like 120, and you sweating and can't breathe. I need the time out, coach. Sub, I need some water. It is hot.
For real though.
It gets hot out here. Fuck.
It's
not like that far from a desert. You go in like 10, 15 miles. It's
I stayed in Vegas.
You got so many homeless people in LA because the weather's so good. They can stay outside. Shit.
They can survive. You can't. They gonna die out here. Like literally, they gonna die.
Man, they gonna be out here.
What I'm saying is though, look, I stayed in Vegas in the desert, and don't get me wrong, Moose, you right. It's hot out there, but the humidity hot that's a dry heat. It's like different. That humidity and that smugginess and that make it hard to breathe. If you're not used to it, it's different.
Yeah. It's like in Texas too, man. It's hot as hell in Texas, man. I'll burn the fuck. And then it's like after 9 or like right when 10 to the clock hit, man, that motherfucker get instantly hot. Like it come out of
hot. It still might be 100 degrees.
It's
hot. It's good though, man. I'm telling you, it's different. Fuck that, they tripping. I had it. That's why they got that dome open so people can breathe. Get some fresh air coming into that house because it's hot. Oh, that's why they closing it. You said they're closing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's closed.
Yeah, see, they're closing it and running that AC in that house, so it's not ass. So they open that hole up, let that humidity coming down.
Yeah, I mean, I think I generally understand how you try to combat the heat is through air conditioning.
Boys, ACs break down out here. You better have AC.
Well, that's not gonna break down in fucking Globe Life. That shit ain't gonna break it down.
God, you ain't got no AC. You can't even have no AC in a car. You got a car and don't have AC. Man, babies die every year because stupid parents leave their kids in the car.
They got to thin the herd somehow.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. All right, let's keep it going. I think it's only like 2 games left. We already know. I'm gonna say that game. We ain't doing that game right now. Bam. Let's jump. Let's jump here. Let's jump here. Let's jump to the Dodgers in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. And we got the run line for the Dodgers at -1.5 plus 105. Money line is at -155. The Cardinals run line plus 1.5 is at -125. The money line for the Cards is plus 145 with a total of 8.5. Now on the mound for the Dodgers, we got Mitch White. He is 0-1 with a 3.38 ERA, and Matthew Liberatore 2-1 with a 4.74 ERA. Couple of little actual factuals really quick. Dodgers 7-0 in the last 7 games. 8-3 straight up in the last 11 games against St. Louis. 6 up in the last 9 games on the road, but 2-7 straight up in the last 9 games in St. Louis, and their total of gone under in 4 of the last 6. Now for the Cardinals, we got their 4-8 straight up in their last 12. 7-2 straight up, as I just mentioned, in the last 9 games when playing at home against the Dodgers. Now, all these totals are going under. 9 of their last 9 have went under for the Cardinals. 5 of the last 5 at home have went under for the Cardinals, and 5 of the last 5 against any opponent that's in the National League have went under for the Cardinals. They are an under team. Moose, I think you told me you got something on this one. Dodgers and Cards.
Yeah, I'm all over the Dodgers here. I took them first 5 full game, and I took their first 5 team total over 2.5.
Okay, almost a try, but not a try.
Well, it is a try. It's all of it.
It's first 5, right? All right.
Yeah, it's like money a super try. It's a super trifecta.
You're on the run line as well.
Yeah. Dodgers run line, money line, first 5 run line, and first 5 team total over 2.5.
Man, y'all got Moose, man. Moose say he about to come back for the kill, man. Y'all got it. He said
it's a really big play on the Dodgers that are 6-1 off of travel rest days. And that one loss was a loss to the White Sox where they didn't score 1 run, and it was kind of really cold out there in Chicago at the time. So I do feel confident that the Dodgers, off of a day of rest on a travel day, are just going to show up. They hit lefties really well over the last month. They rank, I believe, in the top 10 in terms of weighted runs scored, average, and OPS. The Cardinals are having a really tough time hitting right now. Mitch White's, he's a capable pitcher, but Liberatore can be streaky as hell. And if you have him matched up against the Dodgers, man, all that stuff just felt too easy to take. So I'm all over the Dodgers here. It just feels like kind of low-hanging fruit like we talked about yesterday with that Red Sox team total over.
Oh, my God. It was so easy.
Easy. I don't think these teams are -125 plus 105 team. I don't think it should be set up like that. I think it should definitely be more of a -145 type game. The Dodgers are just a better team. The bullpens are pretty damn good for both of them right now. I wouldn't hate a full game under.
One of my plays I was going to ask about.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I almost made a play on it, but I kind of could see that the Dodgers just pour it on here, and the Cardinals kind of go, all right, let's just give this one up. Let's look for tomorrow.
I figure I can get that and get me like a 6-1.
Yeah, it seems like that. It seems like a kind of game like that. Yeah, 100%. Or a Cardinals team total under 4 if you can get it. That might not be a bad look, but
all right, I'm on the money line with you. I'm just banking on that Liberatore can give me a decent outing so I can hit this under 8.5. But like I always say, man, I'm a streak better guy. I'm a trendy better guy, and one team's trending up, and that's the Dodgers, and one team's trending down. You got anything?
Nah, I ain't got nothing on this game either, bro. But y'all, everything y'all saying makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm scared of that run line for whatever odd reason.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the amount of runs the Dodgers scored on their non-off or their off-day travel on their wins: 7 runs, 6 runs, 7 runs, 6 runs, 4 runs, 8 runs.
Oh, I don't want them to get 8. That's kind of why
That's
I'm
why.
on the
That,
run line so
but
much.
still, I could see an 8-1 type game. Oh, but that would
But
still kill your That would still kill your over or your under.
yeah, but I could take it for insurance.
Yeah, if you got a 9, because I think it was a 9 this morning. I believe money is going on to the under. I believe money's coming to bet that under because I'm almost positive it was a 9 earlier.
Yeah. Now I'm seeing 8.5, 8.5. Maybe I'll buy it up. But I don't like buying points. We'll keep it going. But yeah. 2 more games left. I kind of just threw this one on here. I don't know. Moose, can you talk about this?
Yeah, I can talk about this.
All right.
You want to go through your actual factuals first?
Yeah, I got some factuals really quick. So we got the Orioles taking on the Cubbies. Orioles run lines plus 1.5 is at minus 190. Money line for those Orioles is plus 111 plus 111. Cubs run line minus 1.5 is at plus 165, and the money line for the Cubbies minus 121 with a total of 9 on the mound. We got Jordan Lyles 5-7 with a 4.50 ERA, and Adrian Sampson with a 2.91 ERA. Really fast, couple extra factuals. Not going to go through a lot, but the Orioles are 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games, but 1-6 in the last 7 games against the Cubs. 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games against an opponent from the National League, and their totals have gone under in 14 of the last 20 games, under in 8 of the last 10 games on the road, but over in 5 of the last 6 games when playing in Chicago against those Cubs. 1-4 straight up in the last 5. 3-10 straight up in the last 13 against an opponent from the American League, and their totals have gone under in 6 of the last 9 games, under in 4 of the last 6 games against an opponent from the American League East Division, but over in 8 of the last 10 games against the Orioles, over in 5 of the last 6 when playing at home against the Orioles. So before Moose says anything, because I like checking to see if I'm right sometimes, the Orioles are just killing right now. And even before they kind of went on their little streak, I think they were like a sneaky bet on team. I'm not saying they're necessarily a good baseball team, but I've made money off them, especially off like Creamer in the first 5. I've taken him a couple times at plus money and hit. And like I said, right now, I'm just riding away. And Wells as well. I've taken Wells a couple times and made money off him as well.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm just riding a wave, and I don't see no reason to get off, especially against these Cubs, who I feel like are disappointment this season. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that part, but I'm on the Orioles money line mainly just as I'm riding that wave. I want to hear what you got to say though.
Nah, that's a good bet right there.
Yeah, I lean Cubs first 5 and Cubs full game. So I definitely lean Cubs in this spot. I think Sampson's a little bit better pitcher than Lyles. Lyles is super inconsistent. You have no idea what you're getting from that guy day in and day out. He's got a 4.5 ERA, but his expected ERA is a full run higher. Sampson has pitched well. He pitched well against a Brewers team that has just been absolutely raking against right-handers, and he held them to 4 hits over 5 2/3, 1 run. So there's no reason to think he can't shut down this Orioles offense, which over the last few weeks or so is only hitting 234, 399 slug, and 699 OPS. They've been putting up some runs in some games, but other games they really haven't been putting up too many runs. They've been making comebacks more than anything. So maybe you're trying to look for a live spot here against the Chicago Cubs bullpen that isn't all that great. 4.85 ERA over the last month, so 66.5% strand rate. If I'm taking the Orioles, I'm taking them live. It was a really big lean to me, first 5 to the Cubs, because I think Sampson is a decent enough pitcher, could hold the Orioles down. And I'm not going to lie. The more I talk about it, the more I want to place a first 5 bet on the Cubs. Oh, yeah, but the juice is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't want to pay up that much for a minus a first 5 on the Cubs. So I have to pass, but it's definitely a lean to the Cubs.
I got you. I've already bet the Orioles, and I don't think you can talk about further.
Hey, Moose, I got a question though. Do you always just go off the pitcher, like because like in baseball, to me, sometimes they may take them out in the fourth inning, the third, the fifth, so I can understand the first 5 inning bets upon when you announce, the pitcher ERA and are based off just the pitcher that they're facing. I understand the first 5 inning bets, but to me in baseball for the whole game, it's like a difference. You gotta throw the bullpen in with just you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and the issue there is that the Cubs bullpen had been really, really good earlier in the year, and then they started struggling as the wind started blowing out. And you're going to have that. You have to factor that in with any Cubs pitching staff. They play at Wrigley, where that wind can be really treacherous and really, it can really bring down your ERA, or it can really help inflate that thing, and it can make it a much better ERA. So it works both ways. The Cubs bullpen isn't as good recently. But if you're talking about the totality of the entire season, Cubs bullpen is not terrible. They're not one of the worst in the leagues like the Reds, the Pirates, the Rockies, the Diamondbacks. Those are the bullpens that you look at and you go, those fucking trash. Like, I don't have to worry about anything with those bullpens. I'm counting on them to give up runs. The Cubs aren't necessarily in that class. They have some guys that can shove. They can definitely shut some things down. So, again, that's kind of why I lean to the Cubs, because I think that the bullpen ERA is a little inflated.
They've been playing like they ain't been winning though.
Yeah, and that's fine. I have no issues with a team that hasn't been winning versus a team that had been winning, because I've been playing that and losing on it as well. Because if you look at those and you go into a bet just going, here's their record versus their record, all those things can change. It's also that same trend that we talked about earlier, 7-game win streak or more going onto the road, changing cities. That's what the Orioles are doing. Are the Orioles good enough to handle that change of cities like the Mariners are? I don't think the Orioles are to that level. I think the Mariners are better than the Orioles, which is why I looked at the Cubs more than I did the Orioles here. But I totally understand why somebody's going to look Orioles, but it's still just a situation. Look at the Cubs. They're hitting better. They also are hitting better.
They ain't been winning though. You gotta win. In order to be a good team in any sport, you gotta be able to finish. It's not about how you start. It's not about how you hit in the middle. It's about how you finish. Like, you gotta carry out a win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, when you go to the bookies, you gotta win. If you have a parlay and you won 9 teams, but it's a 10-team and you have 1 loss, you lost. You see what I'm saying? You gotta win, and I'm looking at the win ratio. I'm looking at what's been happening, and the Cubs been losing. Not to argue on this game, but we can move on. But you know what I'm saying. But the Cubs been losing, the Orioles been winning. I'm looking at who I'm going with, who's been winning. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to show me that you're gonna have to show me. You know what I mean? I feel. Like I'm crazy if I change, what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that the Orioles are also a team that in the month of May went through a 1-10 span. So they are one of those teams that they have sucked this year. They're not a team that I go, oh, they're really good now. Like, they're not that, like, they're playing better. They 100% are playing better. But to think that the Orioles are just flat out a better team than the Cubs that's not something I'm banking on. I don't think the Orioles are a significantly better team than the Cubs. I know that the Orioles have been playing better, but that's not to say that the Orioles don't start hitting a bad streak because now they're going on the road. They played at home. They play better at home. And they do have a streak that includes a nice little homestand, and that could help explain why they had a nice little run and maybe why the Cubs are, but still, it's the books have it as a Cubs underdog, or I'm sorry, a Cubs favorite. So if one team has been winning and is still an underdog, I think that's also the books trying to tell you something that, like, hey, we want people to put Orioles money on the table. We want them to be enticed. I
can see it from maybe line value, but man, a lot of times when I be taking the minus 200s and 300s in baseball, the underdog always win more of the time to me. You know what I'm saying? When I have took it, maybe that's not the case. But we can move on, maybe we can move on to the next game.
Yeah, let's keep it going. I only got one game left. I'm on the Orioles, and I'm just like I said, I'm a trendy better, so I'm betting the trend and I'm riding the wave. And the Cubs haven't just been playing like a good baseball team to me. I mean, at the end of the day, Jordan Lyles, his last 2 games, he pitched pretty good. I think he only had before we move on real quick, I think he only gave up 1 on the ERA. He goes, I think, went like 7 innings.
I mean, it was the Angels.
That's true. But then we got
but before that, Twins, yeah. Before the Twins.
We got that before the Twins. He still only gave up 1.
Yeah, but don't look at any more in the numbers before that. Don't look at the games.
I can go to Washington. They're not a good team, but he went 6. He only gave up 2. Toronto, the Blue Jays, he went 5. He gave up 4, but I mean, we're still talking about Toronto.
That's not great.
Not great, but he struck out 7. But I mean, Toronto's bats are we'll say they're above average, right? They're a pretty good hitting team. But yeah, I'm not scared of the Cubs. I'll take my chances here. I know they just got swept. I know with the Dodgers, so you got good pitching there. It's a lot different. But even before that, the Cubs went on 10, 11, 12 game losing streaks before.
That's what I was saying. Both these teams can go on winning streaks and losing streaks because we saw it from the Cubs and the Orioles.
Right. I agree. All right, guys. We saved the best for last. Talk about the best team in baseball right here. Moose is representing them. You know what it is. Y'all know what it is. H-Town. Hometown. Home team. Astros. They are taking on the Angels right now today, or tonight rather. And let's see what we got. The Astros run line minus 1.5 is at plus 125. The money line is at minus 121. Angels run line plus 1.5, minus 145. The money line for the Angels is at plus 111, and the total is at 8. On the mound today, we got Mr. Luis Garcia, 7-5, 3.70 ERA against Syndergaard Noah, 5-7, 3.84 ERA. Couple actual factuals. We'll start with the Angels. 1-8 straight up in their last 9 games. 0-7 straight up in the last 7 games against an opponent from the American League. 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games against an opponent from the American League West Division. And their totals have gone over in 4 of the last 6 games against H-Town, and under in 5 of the last 7 games at home, and under in 4 of the last 5 games when playing again at home against those same Astros. Best team in baseball, Astros, 11-2 straight up in their last 13 games, 11-4 straight up in their last 15 games against the Angels, 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games on the road, 9-2 straight up in the last 11 games against an opponent from the American League. And the total under in 4 of the last 5 games I'm playing on the road against those Angels, and under in 14 of the last 20 games against an opponent from the American League West Division. Let me get y'all already know where I stand. You know what I'm saying? There's no question. If those that do not know, I'm on those Astros money line. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what Moose say, I'm probably gonna jump on this run line, but that's still undecided. And I'm leaning toward this under. I'm almost there. I'm gonna listen to what Moose says on that one as well. And one more thing is that if it's not, this has been my philosophy with the Angels. If it's not Ohtani, fade them. And so that's kind of what I've been doing with the Angels. If it's not Ohtani, I just fade them. So Moose, take it away.
Well, I mean, Syndergaard is in way better at home. So I think that's kind of why the line is set where it's at. Because it should not be, the Astros should not be, what is the money line right now? Minus 120?
121.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that. Versus the fucking Angels, are you kidding me? Like, are you serious? This is one of the worst teams in baseball at this point. I mean, they have 2 of the best players on one of the worst teams in baseball, and you're going up against the Astros. And I get that Alvarez isn't there, but when you look at the last series that they just played earlier this month, Alvarez went 1 for 8 in that series and sat the first game, and there was still a sweep, and it was not even close in any of those games. So I took Astros money line. I took Astros run line. I didn't go first 5 just because I could see Syndergaard having a good game where he just kind of shoves, keeps the Angels in it. Maybe they have a lead after the first 5 or the first 6. It's 2-1 type game. But I do not see the Angels winning this full game. I see the Astros at some point breaking through and winning this pretty easily, whether it's a 2, 3, 4 run game. But I am on Astros full game money line, run line, and I do have a ladder K prop in this game as well.
Got you. Oh, what you got for me?
I got a two-teamer prop bet for this game. Let's see. You want me to go and give it out?
Hold on, we gonna do. I'm gonna let. Well, yeah, we can, because this is the last game essentially.
That's what I was.
So hold up, real quick, before we get into the props. Moose, what do you think about an under? And
yeah, I don't hate it.
So let me ask you this though: Do you mind unders? So most of the time when I take a run line, I don't like taking the under for some strange reason, because I feel like they kind of don't go together. I know obviously you can hit run lines and be under 8, but I just kind of, does that make sense, or is that?
Well, this is actually a stat I should go through, because I think this is really important stat. Both Astros and Angels are on a travel off day, meaning that the Angels are traveling home on an off day. Astros are traveling to Anaheim on an off day. In those situations, the Astros are 5-2. Those 2 losses versus Seattle and Flexen. I know you remember that one, Marley, and also versus Miami with Pablo Lopez on the mound. But in those games, 2 runs, 5 runs, 10 runs, 13 runs, 9 runs, 1 run, 4 runs. They put up runs, bro. They put up a ton of fucking runs. The Angels on the other side, 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 and 7. 1 and 7 in that same exact situation. Super, super big trend to favor the Astros there. That one Angels win, Oakland Athletics. That's their one win. So this is a heavy Astro spot for me, but I do think that it could be, if it's going to be an under, I think it'd be first 5. But as I just said, 2 runs, 5 runs, 10 runs, 13 runs, 9 runs, all in this situation. So maybe not a full game under, because I think the Astros at some point break out here versus the Angels.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, hit us with the props.
Oh man, it's a same game parlay. It's a hit parlay. We got Ohtani over 0.5 player hits, and we got Mike Trout over 0.5 player hits. And
you like that Ohtani? I think you said that last time we was on the show.
Yeah,
that same Ohtani hit, bro.
Come on, man. That's easy money, man. Then Mike Trout, he should get one too. He bat pretty well. It's a plus 135, so I mean, that's good money for both of them. You know what I mean? Both of them, Mike Trout, Ohtani gonna get a hit for sure. I know, and Mike Trout should definitely get one as well. So I like both of them, Mike Trout and Ohtani. Over 0.5, it's a plus 135. Easy money, man. Take it to the bank.
Moose, props.
I got 2 of them. The first one, Josiah Gray, K prop versus the Mariners. He has 45 strikeouts in his last 35 2/3 innings. So versus the Mariners, they're striking out 23% of the time. Versus right-handed pitchers, that was kind of an easy one at 5.5. That was only minus 104. So Josiah Gray over 5.5 Ks. The other one was a Luis Garcia K ladder, took it from 5.5 all the way up to 8. And the last one, the 7.5, is at plus 209. I do think that Garcia is just going to fucking rack up them strikeouts today against the Angels, who rank dead last in strikeouts per game, meaning that they have the for any MLB team. In the last 3 games, they've been averaging 10.33 strikeouts per game. So Luis Garcia over 5.5, 6.5, 7.5 strikeouts.
All right. So, quick recap of today's picks really fast. Damn, I hate when I be having this many plays, and I bet on all this shit too. Your boy, I'm on the Mariners money line, Rangers team total over 4.5, the Rangers money line, and the Rangers run line. Dodgers money line, Dodgers Dodgers cards under 8.5. Orioles money line, Astros money line. I just added the run line. Moose gave me the okay. Take it away. Moose, let me know if I got anything wrong here. We got the Braves money line, run line, Mariners money line, first five. Oh, excuse me, Mariners money line and first five under five. Is that right?
Yep.
All right. A's first five plus a half a point. Dodgers first five money line, run line, first five total team total over 2.5. And finally, Astros money line and run line. Woo.
Yeah, and also anybody that likes, I do like the Tigers as well today versus the Royals. So that's one of the things. I don't want to make that official though, because I got fucking way too many plays, and when you're cold, I don't think you should be dipping back into the ocean all that much.
Yeah.
Might get some hypothermia.
And you either finna go way down. Hey, we're both going to have some dramatic changes.
Yeah, hopefully we eating.
Okay, goddamn right. Oh, the homie Span. Oh, is on a nerfy for the Braves and Mets game. That's no runs first innings. If people don't understand the terminology. He's also on the Mariners as a money line. That is one of his VIP exclusive plays. So please, if anybody watching this now or watching this later, go follow Grind Game Elite Sports on all social media platforms and Span Overton on Facebook. Go do that as soon as you're done watching this video. All right.
Shake you. Nah.
Here. All right, my man. Yes, sir. Goddamn right, Dave. I just finished watching Dave content. Yeah, y'all go holler at Picks from Dave as well. He does great content, and he gets the games out early for you guys, like overnight. So go follow Dave, man. He's grinding as well. I fuck with Picks from Dave. What else we got? All right, I went over the recap. All right. Oh, tell the people where they can find you. Any plugs, any shout outs, all that good stuff.
Man, shout out to the Brothas N Bets, man. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to your boy Marley, man. Can't wait for the football season to come up.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Moose. You know what I'm saying? He finna have a hell of a run today. And y'all already know what it is. Grind Game Elite Sports. You can find me on YouTube. Grind Game Elite Sports. You can find me on Facebook groups. Overton Span on Facebook. If you want to DM me, hit me up and reach me at any point in time of the day. You know what I'm saying? Night too. You feel me? You know, join the VIP. We got all type of packages, special, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, even lifetime VIP NFT packages as well, man. So hit me up if you need some assistance and you're ready to lock in and ready to win, man. Back to you, Marlon.
It's the game. Y'all heard my man giving out soccer play. So if you think it's dead right now, you ain't got nothing to bet on, and you know it's only baseball. My man got international soccer plays. You gotta keep you making money.
Man, come on, man.
Moose, what the people that don't know can find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Moose Money Bets. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. If you haven't done so already, also make sure you hit that notification bell. These kind of times can kind of go off a little bit randomly, but the beauty of it is when it's early on, you can watch this bitch on replay. And you can make some comments maybe in the post video comment section. All that stuff helps the algorithm, man. You got to help out Marley. Do what we can to support him, get his show out there, make it so that the Twitterverse is aware of the Marley Brothas N Bets.
I'm gonna get on my day one asses not my day one, because my day one's still here, but everybody that come in on during football season, I'm like, what book was y'all at? Y'all just leave during basketball season. That's good. It's all good. I appreciate both of y'all for joining me, man, speaking y'all knowledge on this show. Appreciate everybody that's watching, that watched, and that will watch. As always, I am Marley Bet. This is Brothas N Bets, man. Right down there. That's Grind Game Elite Sports, the homie O. And 2 days in a row. Two, you hear me? That is Mr. Moose Money Bets.
Moose.
Like yesterday, like today, like tomorrow. And y'all already know what it is. And that is Let's Be Vegas. We out this motherfucker. I missed it.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field.